And hello, welcome to Cindy's Secret to Writing Success. Yes, it's true, people. Being a better writer is easier than you think. The entire time you're writing, what do you need to be thinking about? You are telling a story. You are telling a story to the reader. Doesn't matter if it's research, doesn't matter if it's an actual story, doesn't matter if it's a descriptive, whatever. Any kind of writing is telling a story to the reader. Beginning, middle, and end of the story. Stories shouldn't jump around to keep you on page now. Like, okay, there's the books that do the flashback and the flash forward and all that stuff. We're not writing those kind of stories. We're writing a story in a nice, easy to understand order. We are leading the reader through. Clear and painless. We don't want them guessing. I wonder, it's not a mystery like a novel. Ooh, I wonder what she's going to talk about. No, we want them to know exactly what's coming and why it's important. So how are you going to do this? Our beginning, right? The intro paragraph is all about the meat. This is everything you're going to talk about. Quick and dirty. Boom, right there. Not because your English teacher said to write an introductory paragraph. It's because it gets you through that with no confusion, less confusion. It leads them through. They know what to expect. They read about the 4 things you're going to talk about. Okay, I know what she's going to do. I'm ready for that. And then the first paragraph is that first thing. And then the second paragraph is that second thing. And the third paragraph, and so on and so on. They're looking forward to reading what you have to say. They're intrigued. Yeah, right. Okay. You need to have a middle. These are the details. You alluded to them with one sentence. One sentence in the essay is one paragraph of the middle. You must do them in the order that you mentioned them. If you said A, B, C, D in the intro, first middle paragraph is A, then B, then C, then D. If that doesn't work out, you can always reorder it. But this is important because this is what they're looking for. You naturally expect this. Doesn't matter if it's you or if it's somebody grading. It's an instructor that have been doing this forever. It's just what our brains do. And so if something comes out of order or something new pops up, it's immediately confusing. So when you're doing peer reviews, watch for that and help your peers. Be like, I got confused here because this paragraph was not mentioned in the intro, or I realized you mentioned 4 other things. And I was like, wait, you're skipping all of that? And then, oh, in paragraph 2, it's the thing you talked about third. And it just messes up with our brains. Nice flow in nice order. Don't confuse us. In the end, summary of what you just said. Right? 1 sentence each. It's a rewrite of the intro, but don't just rewrite the intro paragraph. Don't write the same exact sentence, right? Emphasize what you want them to remember, the take-home message, right? That big conclusion. So therefore, blah, blah, blah. It is a little bit redundant, but the reader's not an expert, especially technical science stuff. So not all of these papers are going to be super technical, but you are scientists, and scientists write technical stuff. We can't keep track of what's going on. There's a million abbreviations. You do this and all that, and you got to tell us what you told us. Remind us of why we cared about it. Oh yeah, she said all this stuff about that. Yeah, I like that. Don't make your reader think. Spell it out. Don't make me guess. Just tell me. Just spit it out. What about each paragraph? Each paragraph has a beginning, middle, and end. Introductory sentence. What's this paragraph going to be about? Middle, the details of what you alluded to into the introductory sentence. The meat of the paragraph. The end, the concluded. What did I just say that I want them to take home? How does this transition into the next paragraph. How do I do this? Ah, it sounds like so much work. Well, writing is work, but if you don't want to go absolutely banana, just start writing like you normally would without thinking about all this craziness. Just blah, type, 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 right? Then take a read through. Take a look, either fix it or write the intro paragraph. You don't have to write it first. You can write your bodies. That's the meat of the paper. And then go back and write the intro so you get in the order of however you wrote it, right? Change order of introduction or the middle paragraph so they match. They have to match. And then you can fix or write concluding paragraphs, right? For each middle paragraph, you can write the meat of the paragraph, then the intro sentence and the concluding sentence. However it works, you just have to make sure you don't forget to go back and do that. You can't just have a bunch of meat in the paper. What else? That's your first read through. Again, first draft, first thing you write, never what you turn in, ever, ever, ever. I don't care if they call it a first draft or not, first upload, whatever. It's never your actual first run. Second read through. Now you got to make sure each of these has an intro sentence, right? Last check, you were supposed to write them or fix them. Now you're really making sure they have it and that it's a good one. It's good. It's grammatically correct. No typos. And then do they have concluding sentence? Is it a good one? Does it have transition? Did you use the same transition? Right? Did you say, although in every single paragraph's concluding sentence? Therefore, in every single paragraph's concluding sentence. In conclusion, which you never ever say anywhere in any sentence or paragraph in a paper. And then just stick those suckers in there. Make them a little better, right? Third read through. What? What? Yes, third read through. It's good. You liked it in your second read through. You fixed everything. Now you're going, do I lead my reader? Do they think about where I'm going? Is it choppy? Is it out of order? You can add some transitions to the intro sentences or concluding sentences to help you lead the audience. We just showed blah. However, blah, 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 right? So you said what you said up here, and then you said what you're about to talk about here. You don't do that for every single sentence, intro sentence, but it's a way to lead in transitions. The first time you write, it's too hard to think about that stuff, but this is the third read through. This is where you're thinking about the frosting. I like to call the third read through the frosting. Right, you got the cake. You gotta get that frosting on it. Does it flow paragraph to paragraph? Is it choppy? Are ideas all over the place? Does it make sense? Did I tell the story I wanted to? Did I stress important ideas? Did I leave out something? Go back and look at that bulleted list of whatever you made, of all the things you need to talk about, or definitely go back and look at instructions for that assignment. You might go, oh, I got all worked up on these 3 things I said to talk about. I missed the 4th. Oh, crap. Then you got to add the paragraph, do the meat wherever it fits. It might not be at the end now. It might be somewhere in the middle of your already wrote 4 paragraphs of meat in the middle. Then you got to add that sentence back to the intro paragraph. Then you got to add a sentence back to the conclusion paragraph. Make sure it's in there. If you miss something from the instructions, you're going to lose points on the rubric. That's not going to be good. You want to make sure you do all this stuff. So yes, writing is not easy, but don't try to do all of these rules that first run through. First run through, get it all on paper. Blah. Bad grammar, bad sentences, out of order, whatever. Get all your ideas down. Some people call it free writing. You're just writing a bunch of baloney, whatever comes to your head. You can cut it out later. Second read through, you got to get more organized, but then you have something to edit. Editing, always, always, always easier than a blank page. Always easier than creating. Editing, always easier than creating. Then third read through, frosting, making it bueno. Everything's wonderful. This is where you're making that paper just be like, oh my God, this is great. Somebody reads it and they're like, holy cow, you led me through it. You have transitions. I know exactly where you're going in this essay. I know exactly where you're going in every paragraph. You are like the best thing ever. So do these things, and writing is not as painful. And even if you still think it's painful, you'll be awesome at it. Writing's painful no matter what, if you really, really dislike it. But if you're gonna go through all that pain, get a big fat A at the end, right? If you're gonna go through all the pain, you might as well add a little bit more time and rock it. You can do it. I know you can. Thank you so much for listening, and I'm out.